Chief Hall Podcast coming at you. Now I wanted to talk about. Did you?
Why his voice got to go high like that when he did
I wanted to talk about. You got to do that.
Hey, get that on camera. Do that shit again. Go ahead.
I wanted to talk about. You got to elevate. You got to elevate your voice, man. You got to.
Okay.
You got to get a little bit high. We already live. We ready? I wanted to talk a little bit about Lynette Woodard.
Who's that again? Tell
and Caitlyn Clark. These are two names you need to know because we looming. March Madness is over, and I wanted to probably put that on the title. March Madness is over, and we got to get back to regular life. But March Madness is a big event in our American culture, especially here in America, because the college basketball teams are going at it, and we are watching and we getting entertained.
It was pretty exciting.
And that's girls and boys. Okay, Caitlyn Clark plays for Iowa, and she's a big person in the college women's college basketball world because she has surpassed all points. She has scored more points than anybody in both sports. But the thing is, Lynette Woodard had the record before Caitlyn, which is an African-American woman. She played a lot earlier. She played for Winthrop, and she came on through the ranks. Lynette Woodard made a comment at somewhere and said that the record, you can't really count what Caitlyn did, basically, in so many words. And a lot of people had a lot to say about it. But I went back and did a little research. And her coach, Caitlyn Clark's coach at Iowa, she said that the real record is held by Lynette Woodard. That's what she said. Because the NCAA did not accept all of Woodard's points from the AIAW. They didn't take those points over. So she had already had a lot of points before in 1982 when the NCAA started to accept women's sports statistics. And you got two variables. Lynette Woodard played with the men's basketball, and there was only 2 points. The three-point line wasn't even introduced back then. So she was saying there's really no comparison because we played by different rules.
That's Chief Hall Podcast. Cue the phone.
Well, she got a point.
Don't do it.
She got what now?
She got a point.
Okay.
That's a good
Now,
point.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to it like that. But, of course, we know who's the national champion, South Carolina Gamecocks. Their coach is Dawn Staley.
Dawn Staley.
Dawn Staley, famous. She was a mess on the basketball court. You couldn't do nothing with her. If you go back and look at her highlights, she was nothing but a beast.
What year she played?
She played. She's around our age, maybe a little bit older. So she played in the 90s, man.
Okay.
80s, 90s, and she was something to be reckoned with.
Okay.
Her hairstyle, if you just see them pictures, her hairstyle says 90s. Because that's what they was wearing. Red Bones was wearing that back then. I like the Red Bones.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Red Bones. You know what I'm talking about? She had that Red Bone style that my kids' mama had. Same exact thing. So that's why I knew what Red Bones was wearing back then. Okay. But I digress. But getting back to March Madness. We understand that March Madness is big.
Chief Hall Podcast.
We'll be right back. Everybody want to steal your jokes and stuff. Nobody said these comedians, man. Hey, these comedians, you can't have your own jokes around here, man. These guys steal all material, man. These guys steal everything.
Of course we gonna do that.
I can't have no material.
Hey, we gonna make what you do better.
Exactly. But y'all don't watch. Y'all don't watch.
Finish that story. No, here we go.
Y'all don't watch college basketball.
We saw it, man. We saw it, man.
All right, so we was in high school. We was at those girls' games just like we was at the boys.
Of course.
Okay, so we was on that.
But finish the point of what you said about what do you think?
Well, we got South Carolina is is the champion for female. Okay, y'all should know that.
Right.
Male, UConn won it again, back to back since Florida did it.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the big thing that's going on now, March Madness. Now another thing, well, the point what I was talking about was what the point thing with Caitlyn and Lynette Woodard. I was talking about that, but do your research and really see, because it's unfortunate that a lot of African American people held a lot of records, a lot of patents, a lot of inventions, a lot of formulas, a lot of stuff.
You're going deep, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I understand the game.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of stuff has been going, and they haven't gotten credit for it, and it's unfortunate sometimes people don't get credit for what they do. But unfortunately, that's the world and that's the life that we are participating in, where everybody is not going to get credit for everything that they do, and that's just what it is.
Well,
So you had to keep on pushing, and Lynette did, but she just made a point. We played with real men balls. Caitlyn them shooting with them 28.5. They shot with that 29.5.
So would you do you think what she said was bad?
Her points was all 2-pointers. Caitlyn is 3-pointers.
What's the point of you talking about? Like, what do you think?
The point is that if you're gonna judge it, because women's sports they're not reached the level of what men's sports are in certain cases. Right. Even though you can't get a ticket to South Carolina games, you probably can get a ticket to the boys' game, but that's another story. But anyway, it hasn't leveled out. It may never will.
Do you want?
But that's just we live in that type of world.
Do you want people? Do you want people? Hold on. Do you want people to believe right now that you're saying that there's a huge possibility that Lynette didn't get the credit that she needs right now, and they're putting Caitlyn on this pedestal right now?
Yeah, I got a problem with putting anybody on the pedestal.
Exactly.
So, but to put Caitlyn as the leading scorer and breaking her record. And that record it's a little bit different because it's not.
Did she ever mention it?
Okay.
Did Caitlyn ever mention it?
Caitlyn never said nothing, but Lynette Woodard went and spoke at Iowa, and she supports Caitlyn.
Right.
And the coach that coaches Caitlyn, she said that Lynette Woodard was one of her role models. So she said that the record that Lynette holds is the real record.
Okay.
That's what Caitlyn's coach said.
Caitlyn coach. Iowa coach?
Iowa coach said that the real record is what Lynette has.
Let's look at
because that was before the NCAA started to accept the statistics from the AI.
You know what count?
W.
Listen, the 3 letters that count in this whole thing with Caitlyn and all this other shit, right? It's NIL. So what I mean by that is this shit is business. So of course they're going to promote what Caitlyn is doing because it's a lot of money that she's generating. You see her in commercials all the time. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is a business now, man.
Okay. It's a business.
Period.
Business. Yeah.
That's what it is. This is a business. And what they doing is, as long as they promoting that, and whoever is investing that money, that NIL money into Caitlyn, you understand what I'm saying? They going to use that as a promo. Yeah. That whole, all that shit. That
but
it's
a school record.
I believe that.
But,
and it's just.
But they finna push.
If you gonna
move her,
call
like she's going to the WNBA.
Oh yeah, big
right?
time. First round.
So
first
pick, yeah.
And that her whole brand is going to take the WNBA to another level,
which is good.
Which is great. You understand what I'm saying? So I get all that record shit. What you talking about? I get it. I understand it. And that shit is a fact. It's a fact.
It's an interesting conversation.
I agree with you saying. Whoever cares about the money right now, they don't care about what happened then. They care about what's now.
Listen, man.
What's now. And that's how the money gonna do it.
That's all this is.
Or what have you done for me lately, as Janet Jackson said. Now, we're talking about sports. Now, I want you to understand what Chief Hall is all about, just so you don't know. Ray, he's new to the show, and I just want him to understand.
Who's what? This dude.
Hey, I'm scratching my head too. I'm like, damn.
Comedian over here, boy.
I got y'all back for stealing my jokes.
Nice.
I got y'all back for stealing my jokes and stuff like that. But anyway, we do a variety of subjects. So I know we've been talking about P. Diddy, we've been talking about a lot of different things, but we are Chief Hall Podcast, and we cover a wide range of issues, and we will always be able to try to
That's your camera.
give you a little taste of what we're doing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. You understand?
Yeah, that's your camera right
All
there.
right. But anyway,
You
don't
wanna talk
tell
to
me
the people?
nothing no more.
Don't
I got it.
tell
All right.
me
But
nothing.
Chief Hall Podcast is coming at you with whatever is hot and what's topics. And we'll also bring in some people to talk. But I want you to understand how privileged we are to be able to talk to you on the different subjects that we do. An array of topics. And if y'all want to use that word
You can keep that
as
one,
y'all
yeah.
word.
Let's have
'cause
some
it's-
fun.
Yeah, array. So tonight,